That's the sound of a young man's heartbeat. From conception to birth, he was born in a world in which he can't sleep. Born in a promise he can't keep, but now he older sipping liquor looking for car keys. Arms swinging, ain't a pot to piss in. As puffy like listing with Ali, imprisoned in a system in which he makes ends meet by distributing Charlie. He wishes he knew his party. His part in the system is an oddball predicament, one that predicates on money, and with that it would lose its function of all its ligaments, one that depends on servitude and imprisonment, learning rules and mirror them, a myriad of pyramids, sinking in liquor from bitumen. The working class ain't got a chance, they left to rot in the same goddamn pot they pissing in. But that's where the story begins. A young man learned to run fast, barely old enough to grow a beard and mustache, living in a world in which it is only one eye that beholds, like forcing porcelain in a keyhole. I know it may seem strange, but today our protagonist's name is 217. Now believe me, if he had a choice, he'd scrap the violence and choose therapy, but growing up 217 was abused heavily. He always took walks with a stick of chalk used to outline corpses through cemeteries. Put in a box with dreams of sailing in the 7 seas. Motherfucker, he was only 17. But of course, he was forced to use his knuckles instead of doors. When he'd speak, he'd pause, he'd stutter, he'd call his mother, ask her how to speak. His mouth was weak, he'd been beaten to his knees for 1,000 weeks. To stop himself crying, he'd bite his tongue, practically devour his cheek, and it is because of this imbalance within himself that he learned that power was key. And it is this power that filled him, and ladies and gentlemen, it is where today's story begins, in a garden where a flower has wilted. You see, I tell a message you can only believe with a borrowed mind. I tell a present truth you can only see with tomorrow's eyes. This is a story of hedonism and borrowed time. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many paths in life, but for tonight, I ask that you follow mine. Thank you. Before we continue, I do want to say, the piece I'm doing tonight, I've specifically written for this. It's a whole linear story, yeah? All I'm saying is try to keep up, that's it, that's all I'm asking. Alright, let's go with the next one, chapter 1. Reckon we can get it a little higher. Listen. I've been grown since I was 5 years old, 2 years too late for fairy tales and poems. I can be so unkind. I said, I've been grown since 5 years old, 2 years too late for fairy tales and poems. I said, I've been grown since I was 5 years old, 2 years too late to fairy tales and poems. Been out of the house since I was 6, eating Simon in the trap house, painted red, blue splattered on the bricks. When I said on my parents, they went and split. Dad took that house, my mother, she took a piss. And when I was late, I spent my time outside the house, got into it with this kid, took a punch to the mouth, I stood her a fucking list. But my mommy, she told me to suck it in. Money evaporated, I was bleeding inside my skin, something encapsulated my brain. I've been waiting for days, saving up my money, pocket right up with the change. With a picture I've been painting, blood upon that paper. Mommy running up the hill, she's spinning up that cable. Shaking funny when I'm hungry, so please someone can save us. It's pretty ironic, my mommy's sitting in the gym with the toys, flapping on streets to little pistols and pockets. These ain't bullets we going in, we talking missiles or rockets, killing hundreds of sons and millions of daughters. Couple bullets in my vest, I ain't running from the feds, so cold I'm ill, no rubber tussin on my chest. And then again, I'm just a kid with the rhino scribbling lyrics with a 50p barrel. You ain't gonna believe you, right? So today, and I ain't got no father figure. But sometimes be the harshest winners. You the daughter figured I'll be caught in sin. I might believe, but the priest is going more than dinner. With God feeding my faith, waving epistles and daggers crossbreeding. I know some brothers stop breathing, moss breathing, temples and prayers. I said, Pastor, religion ain't my answer, bullets travel anywhere. I said, bullets travel anywhere, travel through nothing and everywhere. Bullets whizzing, killing kids, travel through stuffings of teddy bears. I said, bullets travel anywhere, travel through nothing and everywhere. Bullets whizzing, killing kids, travel through stuffings of teddy bears. But this story's the first to me. Some cash collect cash, disperse the pain. To say I'm flowing, it's a burn, it's steady. Went from a boy to a man, now I'm learning plenty. I said, yeah, this story's the first to me. Some cash collect cash, disperse the pain. To say I'm flowing, it's a burn, it's steady. Went from a boy to a man, now I'm learning plenty. But I'm just a dog running, barking up a tree. Wait, stay metal, waiting till the day my mother leaves. This love of this house, honestly, hurt in church ain't around. Fuck you, the very first words of my mouth. But this story the first to make. Sell cash, collect cash, disperse the pain. Say the phone, it's a bird of steady. Went from a boy to a man, now I'm learning plenty. That's it. Are we good, ladies and gentlemen? This is a bit different of a vibe. I've seen a few people who are a bit taken aback, I think. So we've got a little more action forward. I appreciate that. I'm ready for the next track. I can't lie. All I want to say is, yeah, I'm off the all I want to say is, like I said, this is a linear story I got tonight with a certain protagonist. And I just want you to know that this is a bit of a turning point in the story. Let's go. If I knew how to dance, I'd be dancing right now. We ought to get it a little bit higher. Remember, try and keep up with the story. Listen to every syllable I be spitting. He roam around the streets, he look around and see guns blazing. It's been 1 days and a couple weeks. Walking down the streets, bullets passing by his eyelids. He ain't flinching, no man is an island. No, my phone's at home, he ain't too silent. But in the front of where the brothers is what make him so violent. Yeah, so I'm gonna repeat that shit. I said, he roam around the streets, he look around and see guns blazing. It's been 1 days and a couple weeks. Walking down the streets, bullets passing by his eyelids. He ain't flinching, no man is an island. No, my phone's at home, he ain't too violent. But in the front of where the brothers is what make him so silent. Listen, I said, this brother on the street and I put up by his doorstep. Brothers can't fucking breathe like he wearing a tight corset. Ain't got his own money, he loan money for crepes he can't afford yet. Reps in the affording, his clothes stick like vintage shit from shore. They check no silver spoon, he ain't born rich. Back to the story at hand, lived in the glorious land. Talking Abraham when he slaughtered the man. Cause a book make a little boy taller than man. Oscar the story, it's storytelling, I'm pouring the glass. Hennessy be his remedy, Kennedy in the 70s. Let the AK aim, blame it on the felonies. Blame it on the system, blame it on the Christian. Blame it on your arrogance, you're so fucking insistent. Blame it on your father, blame it on his father. Anger inherited, generational trauma. The bullet back when you back the bullet. Brothers ain't act right when you sat tight when nothing drinking your sorrows away. Maybe tomorrow's the day, maybe you'll follow the trail, maybe you'll follow the chain. Maybe the cycle will repeat, going down forgotten your name. Another statistic in the system, another fucking number. Well, let me know that, well, shit. Walking down the streets, bullets passing by his eyelids. He ain't flinching, no man is an island. No walking away. He ain't out in the field playing with daisy chains. He was a boy, but he ain't the same today. That's a funny motherfucking way of saying he stayed the same. Sipping liquor till he rotting his brain away. I said, rotting his brain away, speaking gibberish because of all of the liquor we spitting, brother and shit. That's just some shit. I'm done with that one. A wise man once told me, using a substance to get rid of your pain will only make it more potent whilst you're sober. You know, a sip will make you happy, a swig will make you dizzy, a bottle will put you to sleep, but a lifetime will keep you asleep. Like I said, this is a linear story. This is a brother that we've seen grow up, seeing shit he shouldn't see, using alcohol to escape that pain, so I reckon go into the next story. Last time I spoke to my mum, I was by her bedside, begging for some pennies. I didn't need to make her stressed, I just need a couple sips to gain composure. What my mother had to witness was way more than Jehovah could ever bear to see. Stumble up the stairs, I could barely breathe. Screaming out, this system ain't fair to me. Her little baby boy ain't been sober in 3 months, smoking backwoods the size of tree trunks. Sometimes I wake up from a dream, sometimes I just scream from all the blood that I had seen from premature corpses, gory, led from the street, recycled to the tip of my pen so that I can tell a story. A child is a soldier. A child is a soldier. I said a child is a soldier. A child is a soldier. But I ain't have no helmet, just a cap tilt backwards. How they speaking, I ain't understanding. Sounded like a Sanskrit language. Part-time preacher, full-time bandit. The council never covered the outline. Corpses, chalk on the street to remind of remorses. Horse-drawn carriages, war-torn Porsches. That's all we'd ever dream about. All we want is cash, fuck the scenic crowd. Believe me, the consequence was something to scream about. Seeing your best friend's stomach just bleeding out. That's why I'm turning the page and I season with ink. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason I drink. Thank you. You know the quote, if someone born in a burning building assumes the whole world is on fire, you know what I'm on about, right? Mm-hmm. I always felt like that quote was missing something. Because it's not just about the heat, it's about that you're born in a burning house, you get used to the smoke. And if you get used to the smoke, you get used to trying to do anything you can to get out of the smoke, if you get the metaphor I'm trying to say. If you're born in a system in which your only way out is violence, and then you're incarcerated for the violence, and then what's committed against you is the violence, what you're expected to do. This next part of the story is not entirely concrete truth. But let's be honest, kids be doing this every single day in the UK. I'm gonna do a little freestyle poem. Let's talk about the story thus far. Our protagonist in agony, hopping on the bars, begging his liver to stop, drinking to forget all the times his pistol pop, pistol weapon. Led a straight life, on a straight line led astray by misdirection. Had a couple brothers he laid to rest, paid his dues and then he paid his debts. The only problem was that the pain was left, and in the same cavity there laid regret. Regret that he picked up the gun, regret that he left home for months, regret that he shot 12 different times at 12 different sons, but then again he had to check his back. And it was under that same philosophy that he left a couple mothers dressed in black. Tit for tat. It was either this or war. And it's where the story ends, in the front of a liquor store. His hand shaking, he feeling kinda nervous. His whole life he'd been treated like some vermin, but now it's time for the rat to chase the cheese. There's a mark upon his knees for when he kneeling for the sermon. Need a little extra cash for brothers, yo. Otherwise they reprimand and they colour his dome. They all go roots to the ground, only some of them grow. Like I said, this story's a garden and it's 100 years old. A tall tale indeed. Brothers fell for peas. Gluttony's had enough of me, but he ain't bluffing, G. He be getting his cheese by any means. And by that I mean his pistols poised, aim clip. This happened to his father and his father. This the same shit happens when your soul dies and your brain lives. When you're born in 05 and you praise blitz. Yeah. When a soul takes your soul and you gave in. It's just a boy with trauma, can't avoid the slaughter. That's like a fish in the sea, trying to avoid the water. This little boy, he looked to the sky, looked to the heavens. God's forgiveness for what he's about to do. Gun in his waist, mother displaced. This the reason he ain't had too much freedom as a youth. Talk about the blocks, hot, ain't no heating. He was freezing after school, but right now he don't wanna make his situation better. Pissed at the system, every day he's seeing redder. Used to be so clever, but now he wasn't paid. Off he laid with doing the mozzarella, but now he here. Gun in his waist, drunk as fuck, he stumbled his way to the door of the liquor store and open it up. Realized his predicament and sobered right up. Tried to play it cool, handle his waist to silence his tool, but it was rattling, teeth chattering. The clerk asked, "Sir, is there anything I can do?" He was slurring his words, he thinks slow. He said, "No sir, I don't think so. I mean I'm okay, shit, already sound about as guilty as OJ. Envisioning the wall covered in his own brains, only time will tell." Reached in his pocket, he might as well. "Listen sir, I don't want to do this, but if you move a muscle, I'll be the god of death Anubis. I got a tool, but I really don't want to use this. You can leave the situation without a scratch or bruises. Too simple, but if you don't obey every syllable I say, I leave a hole in your face, looking like two dimples. You hear me clearly? Cause if you listen close, then I promise that there'll be no need to fear me. Get a couple hundred from the register, I don't need to pressure you. Get a couple bottles from the cabinet, he was stammering. May as well be muttering Mandarin, cause the clerk weren't understanding him. Nevertheless, he did as he's told. Arms shaking, his head hot, his feet cold. Palms aching, he just won, but he's old. Cold freeze, the police, the 12-0. Shit. He hear the sirens blaring. Ain't no point in trying scaring. 152 bottles of VK. Ran out the store, practically on all fours. Ran past an old man who streamed kids these days. Sprinting tipsy, knees weak, the trees sway. Air was misty, 2 degrees Christmas Eve day. Ain't no point in running, he still ran. Cold sweat with meal plans, toe to toe stepping his chill plans. Running, chasing, bright lights, he fall back. Suspect, Asian, 5'9" in all black. He carried 2 bottles and 4 bags. Full throttle, this all glass. Ain't showing signs of slowing down. Officer said, "Sir, I can mow him down. I mean, neutralize the target. If it ain't suicide, we supersize the bargain. Just another dog on the street, bruised eyes and barking." They followed him down a couple streets. Sirens drowned at the sound of cement pounding at his feet. Assistant officer, aim quick, same shit. The bullet sings a song that'll end up on their playlist. Another cold corpse that's commissioned in their payslip. Blood money and honey, what they're tasting. Just another day, burning a collared rat. Last words he heard were affirmative, copy that. Time for one more, yeah? I like this one. Before we play, I feel like I've been talking at you too long. Like I said, a lot of you look a bit jarred right now. You might be seeing a lot of expression and no expression. So what I'm going to do is, instead of talking at you, I'm going to include you in the story. So we've gone through this whole story, we've grown up with this kid, but none of you have really had a say for what's happening. So I've got 2 cards here. I promise I'm not the animal. I've got 2 cards. There's a king and a queen. I'm going to ask one of you to draw a card. You pick queen, protagonist dies, you pick king, protagonist lives. Would anyone like to pick a card? Protagonist lives, who pick king. Alright, let's play the next joint. As humans, we like to think we in control. We aim, we fold, we drink, we smoke, to forget all the pain we hold. Just like our protagonist, man of the house at 8 years old. That is, until a bullet hit his chest, tore through his heart and his artery. Another number in the press, another mother that's depressed. There's another statistic in the system, bullet ridden. Who would have guessed? So you know what I really find funny? You thought picking a card and change his fate, like it'd rewind the past and save his fate. He thought sipping Bacardi with 3 of the yardies in similar stances aid his fate, but nah. It's more than that, more than guns, drugs, even swords and that, more than sipping liquor and extorting, man. See, it's fuck the story, it's a cycle. See, I once knew a kid called Michael, who thought guns and drugs were cool dogs and tools, who thought books were fools. He ain't had an opportunity, not even a chance. Last time I saw him, he was selling weed by the gram, fruit by the foot, instead of consuming the zoots. If only little Michael was choosing the books, but it's not his fault, that's what I'm trying to say. All these little kids that I'm trying to say, it's the system they built in the drama. Reagan, Clinton, killer, incarcerate these children, and if I made it clear enough throughout my whole set, let me just say it blatant. Fuck the police, fuck government, fuck money trees, fuck parliament. Stuck on our knees, puff on a tree. Do you still find it funny that we're suffering? Fuck the police, fuck government, fuck money trees, fuck parliament. Stuck on our knees, puff on a tree. Do you still find it funny that we're suffering time?